Lock in all sports, all plays, all 5% best bets from now until Super Bowl 57 on February 12th, 2023 from your favorite Wager Talk handicapper for only $1,199 versus a regular price of $1,999 for one total savings of $800. This limited time super discount comes out to less than $100 per month and only $3.28 per day. As an added bonus, your all access starts immediately, so the sooner you buy before Super Bowl 56, the more additional days you will get for free. Just go to WagerTalk.com, choose your favorite handicapper to lock in, and don't forget there is no limit to the amount of handicappers you can redeem our Super Bowl to Super Bowl offer on.
Hey guys, welcome in and a very happy Tuesday to you here. January the 25th. We got some college basketball on our minds here tonight. Not the biggest of cards, but some really big matchups here. We're going to break down a couple of these games for you, and you are in store. We've got three of the best here at WagerTalk.com to talk some college hoops with Drew Martin, Steve Merrill, fresh from his William and Mary donation, as well as Dave Koken in the house here. And gentlemen, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Three of the best and three of the hottest here at this point is Drew. Congratulations, cha-ching, on the show yesterday. Another best bet of yours last night. I think it's that 11-2 run now in your college hoops best bets, man. You're on fire. Congrats.
Yeah, thanks, Joe. Thanks for having me on as well. Yeah, it's sometimes, you're just seeing it well. So letting the ball roll and hopefully find another one tonight. We got a best bet for the show and a best bet up at wagertalk.com. So hopefully knock them out here, Joe. And thanks for having me on, bud.
Absolutely, man. And welcome in, Mr. William and Mary. Man, the guy wears a William and Mary thong a couple of months ago, Drew. And next thing you know, they have not lost. Look at him. He's got his shirt on and everything. And William and Mary red hot, but so are you, Steve Merrill, and I know you got something locked and loaded tonight for us.
Yeah, it's actually my favorite shirt in my collection. It's kind of like a thin cover-up. I couldn't figure out what sport it was for years. I think it was tennis, surprisingly. I thought maybe it was baseball, but, I'll take it. It fits nicely. Yeah, William and Mary, third straight time the past 6 games, they won outright as a double-digit dog this past Saturday. They've now covered 5 of those 6 games. The only time they didn't was they were coming off the overtime loss with just 1 day's rest. And guess what? They're getting points again tonight, 13.5 at College of Charleston, who plays at the fastest tempo in the entire nation. William Mary has had turnover problems all season. Even in their win the other night, they had 22 turnovers. Staying off that game tonight, but it's a fun one to talk about. And I'll be back on Thursday when they play again, their 4th straight road games. We get to talk about them again Thursday. Joe Raineri, I know you can't wait for that. By the way, red hot, #1 college hoops the last 2 years, WagerTalk.com. I forgot to get that in.
I know. I know, man. I can't wait to hear who you got in that game. Can't wait. And Dave Koken joining us for the first time this week. And those of you that have been with Dave a while, you know how red hot he is. Over 300%, guys, net since 2018. Nobody hotter across all the sports landscape than Dave. And I understand you got a free 3% play as well tonight?
Yeah, I'm on a real good roll right now. But I could not come up with a best bet tonight. And I don't force anything. Anybody who knows my style knows I'm pretty conservative. I don't play a lot of games, and I have very few big plays. So I didn't come up with the best bet tonight, but I do have a 3% play in college basketball, and I made this promise before the season. I'm only going to sell the 4% or higher plays. Anything less is a free play. So if you go to my homepage right now at wt.buzz/DC, you will get tonight's 3% selection on one of the better teams in the country, which I think is in a good spot to post a blowout win tonight, and it's free of charge. While you're there, take a look at the special offer that's site-wide at Wager Talk, but obviously I'm hoping that you'll consider mine. $800 off from Super Bowl to Super Bowl. It starts now, so you're actually getting some extra time on that. $11.99 through next year's Super Bowl, and that includes all my plays in all sports. So it's a good offer, and it's good for everybody else at Wager Talk as well.
Yeah, guys, it's ridiculous. And you sign up now. Obviously, we're still 3 weeks out from the Super Bowl. All 3 weeks right now. Every best bet, all plays, all access, guys. Take advantage of that right now. Head over to WagerTalk.com. And Let's dive into these games here, guys, because we're going to start off with one, the late night special here, Drew. But boy, oh boy, a lot of eyes going to be out west with UCLA as they're going to be hosting Arizona here tonight. Number 3, number 7 here, Drew, with a total of 152.5 as an open. We talked about both of these teams on the show yesterday here. Well, here they are, man. How do you think this is going to go down tonight?
Yeah, good one late night, Joe. This is going to be fun to watch. Looking at the UCLA side of things, playing at home in Pauley Pavilion, coming off of the high elevation road trip in the Pac-12, Salt Lake City and Boulder, now coming back home to LA. Head coach Mick Cronin's team is good. You know, they're experienced, they're efficient, and they're going to go as Johnny Juzang goes. And he's averaging more than 25 points in his last 4 games. They're going to need him big time if they're looking to knock off the Arizona Wildcats. In my opinion, the best team in the Pac-12, talking about Arizona here, Joe. Top 10 offensive and defensive efficiency numbers. Number 2 in the country in terms of field goal percentage against. So I love betting on these good defensive teams, Joe. 73% from the free throw line. So laying this, 2.5, 3-point number here. It's just an Arizona team I don't want to step in front of. I think they're one of the best in the country. They could win it all, Joe. So it's Arizona or pass. I just think UCLA coming back home, maybe one I'll just hold off on tonight. But I don't know. I might get there by tip on Arizona, Joe.
Yeah, there should be too. And this was originally supposed to be played, Steve, back in December, the end of December, I think, the 30th. And obviously COVID postponements, and kind of glad it happens now because there will be fans back in the arena here tonight for this game. Should be rocking, Merrill. What do you think we're going to get here tonight from these two teams?
Yeah, I agree with a lot of what Drew said. I'm not in a hurry to get in front of Arizona, but you could make a case this reschedule doesn't favor them because it's their 3rd straight road game and their 3rd road game in 6 nights because they're squeezing this one in just the day after playing on Sunday. So maybe UCLA can catch them tonight. Arizona plays very fast, the 2nd fastest team in the college country. I've mentioned both of them, College of Charleston and Arizona, the 2 fastest teams in the country. UCLA plays about mid-tempo, a little faster than average, so I'm just not sure they're going to be able to slow Arizona down enough. And I think that's what you have to do as a home dog to beat them. So this line is not enough to get me back in the home dog. And Arizona is the most balanced team in the country. You know, Drew said maybe the best in the conference. They might be the best in the nation. And they are the most balanced team. And the reason I say that is of all 358 teams, no other team is top 10 in both offense and defensive adjusted efficiencies. They're 8 and 9. Gonzaga's 214. Baylor, I think, is 5-11. So Arizona really good on both ends of the court. Really good lockdown defense, like Drew said. Tough team to fade when they're only laying 2.5. So I don't like the setup here. This 3 and 6 days on the road, but it'd be Arizona or pass for me. Total, probably the best way to play it. I'd lean towards the under, and we have seen this line drop a couple points from the opener. If UCLA is able to slow it down a little bit, Arizona, a great defensive team. Under 150 would actually be my top recommendation if you're going to play this one.
Both of these teams, Dave, coming in red hot. I mean, I'm glad the game's happening now and it didn't happen in December. So what do you think we're going to get from these two tonight?
It's going to be really fun. Paulie's going to be rocking tonight. The atmosphere should be absolutely great for this game. And I think that this is where UCLA's home court advantage can come into play. Tommy Lloyd's doing a terrific job in Arizona. I mean, when he got the job from the deposed Miller, I think a lot of people were like, who? And I think you might be a better coach. The matchup itself is pretty compelling. So what we have here, UCLA's, if you want to call it their weakness, if teams can get out and run against them, their transition defense isn't real good. The flip side of it is Arizona, if they're not able to get the transition offense going, they might get forced to taking threes, and they're not real efficient in that category. The game, it really is a great matchup. I almost always watch NHL. That's my sets are geared to NHL in the evening, and I don't watch all that much college basketball. I'm more stat oriented in college basketball, but I want to watch this game, so the hockey might actually go on hold, and I'll just tape the games and watch this one live. I like UCLA to some extent. It's not going to make my card, but I did consider it, and I make UCLA 1 in this game. I do value the home court quite a bit, and I think it's a decent matchup for them because I think they can slow down the Arizona transition offense. And if they can, Bruins are going to beat them. And I believe UCLA's kind of had their number lately anyway. So I will go with UCLA in this one, and it should be just an absolute blast to watch.
Yeah, last 5 they've won. This is actually Coach Lloyd's very first matchup here of the rivalry, UCLA and Arizona. So it should be absolutely fantastic here, guys. But that's not the only great conference matchup we got going tonight. We'll head to the Big Ten, and look at this powerhouse as we got Michigan State traveling to Illinois here tonight. Michigan State on the road again after beating Wisconsin. Now they are opened up as a 6-point dog with a total of 145.5 here. Steve Merrill, 7 o'clock Eastern time. Hey, went on the road. Wisconsin, no big deal. We beat them. Now they go to Illinois. I don't know. What do you think? Can Michigan State keep rolling here tonight?
Well, the big news in this game, of course, will be if Illini center Coffee Cockburn will be back in the game. I was on the show Friday with you, Joe, and of course that made Tony Finn giggle whenever you say Cockburn, but he missed that game at Maryland, as we said he would, because he did not even travel to that game. He's a game time decision. We don't have definite information, but I think he'll play, and that obviously is a key here. This is guys in the front running for a conference player, not just conference player of the year, national player of the year. This guy's a double-double threat. He's averaging 21 and 12 on the season, points and rebounds. Assuming I think he'll be in the lineup here, I like Illinois for that reason. Too much uncertainty to make it a best bet for my official best bets for my clients here, but I do like Illinois in this one. I think Cockburn plays, and they snap that 2-game losing streak.
So, Dave, the market, it opened up at 6. I'm seeing 4.5 showing up here. So moving towards Michigan State, maybe is that leaning towards maybe he's not going tonight? How do you see it?
It's a game time decision. And we got to correct everybody here. He pronounces his name Coburn.
Thank you.
And I think he does so for pretty obvious reasons. So it's not pronounced the way it's spelled. It's pronounced Coburn, Kofi Coburn. And he is a great player. Just an incredible force in the paint on both sides of the court. I don't know if he's playing. It looks like game time decision, so there's no way I want to get involved. But I will say this. From a matchup standpoint, the area where Michigan State's been most vulnerable this year is in the turnover department. They're really bad on both ends of the court. Bad offensively, bad defensively. But maybe they're starting to come around. I don't know whether the win at Wisconsin is a buy sign or not. But that was a very good performance against a team that's really tough at home. So I can see why the market is doing what it's doing here in terms of the number being driven down with Coburn's uncertainty and the fact that Michigan State's off a great game. I made the number 5.5, so I think it's about right. And really, without knowing Coburn's status, it's not a game I want to get involved in. So this is a hard pass for me.
Yeah, it's been a rough couple of games here, obviously, without him, Drew. That was a big loss there to Purdue earlier as well. But you like him at home, whether he's in or he's out, or you just going to wait to see?
Well, Joe, unfortunately for Tony Finn, I'm going to take Dave's advice and call him Colburn, and he is a big part of this Illinois team. Just last time out, when he did not play, they got outmanned. They got out-rebounded as well, taking 2 losses in a row. I'm not exactly looking to kind of buy low on Illinois right now, especially is he playing, is he not? I don't like, playing doctor here. Whereas to Dave's point, Michigan State, the Spartans, Tom Izzo, one of the best coaches in the country, and they're 4-0 on the road in a year where home-road dichotomy, I think, is mattering a lot coming off of, COVID and having kids back in the stadium. Michigan State's already proved that they can go on the road and win big games. They're top 30 in the country in both offensive and defensive efficiency. That's something I like to look at, good at both sides of the court. And three-point percentage, they're top 10 in the country. So if they're able to knock down their threes, they got a real shot here. I like the points here. Give me the Spartans plus the points, Joe. I agree with the move in the marketplace.
All right, there you go. We've got a big battle, Big Ten, big battle, Pac-12. We got a big one in the SEC tonight as well, as Kentucky getting ready to host Mississippi State here. 147 as an opening number, also opened up right around that 9.5. And unfortunately, injuries, Dave, for both these teams over the weekend have us questioning, a lot about tonight's game. How do you approach it?
Yeah, as soon as I saw this game on the breakdown sheet, I said, crap, I'm not going to know what to do with this because I don't know if Washington's going to play. I don't know if Wheeler's going to play. That means it might be Mintz. He's okay, but it's still a drop off. Mississippi State might not be completely healthy for the game. I made the number 9. The only thing I can suggest is wait until about a half an hour before game time and check the lineups, because the lineup should get posted at that point. And if the two W's are out of there for Kentucky, I want to grab points from Mississippi State. You'd be getting some value at that point. Otherwise, I think you just leave it alone. So sorry I can't give you more on the game, but again, when you don't know who's playing and they're key guys, it's really tough to make an assessment.
You know, the number is 9, pretty much hasn't moved. It's the total, Drew, that's interesting here, is this thing has dropped significantly. 147. I'm seeing 142s now. So what do you think about this matchup here tonight, given the uncertainty of who's playing?
Sure, I do agree with Dave. You got to keep that, who's playing is top of mind here. So I like that look in terms of checking the lineups about 30 minutes out. Speaking towards the two that aren't playing, though, and Joe, to your point on this total, you can definitely see why under money is coming through. That is a sharp play. Shavir Wheeler and Ty Washington, two of Kentucky's best players. Also, they're two point guards, meaning if one of them is out of the game, the other guy's the point guard and vice versa. So in terms of their ball handling, it's like 90% of their point guard minutes are between these two guys. So I always watch out in betting teams where not only their point guard, but their backup point guard is not, or is at least questionable. That's almost like a no bet for me. So that puts me on the Mississippi State side of things. Dave also brought up the fact they're a little bit banged up. A double-double might not be playing tonight. Actually, he won't be. I believe it's a dislocated kneecap. So he's out this week, but supposedly he'll be back by SEC tournament time. I just think this Mississippi State team is underrated, Joe. I really do. I mean, they're kind of riding under the radar. Their record isn't that sexy. But keep in mind, last season, they went all the way to the NIT championship game, losing a close one to Memphis. And this was a team that I was looking to bet on. They got off to a little bit of rough start. COVID and injuries, but they're mostly healthy right now and catching double +9. You could get them 9.5 before the show started. That's the side I bet personally. I like Mississippi State here, Joe. And Kentucky with the injuries, it's just one that I'm going to hold off on betting Kentucky until they're fully healthy here. But this is going to be a good one. Setting the table for that late night affair. We got Karl Ravitch on the call, ESPN, Jimmy Dykes and alike, Marty Smith as well. This is going to be a fun one to watch. And I'm going to take Mississippi State plus the points, Joe.
Yeah, and tough loss with Smith for Mississippi State, the reigning SEC rebounding champion. Boy, oh boy, especially going up against the big man against Kentucky here. So what do you think? Obviously, do you agree with the line move down on the total? And is it too big a number for you, knowing what we know?
Yeah, and Mississippi State, one of the worst rebounding games of the season, in that win against Ole Miss, only 29 rebounds, and that's because they actually shot 55% from the floor. They beat them by 18 as an 11-point favorite. So this is a huge step up in class now, going from being an 11-point favorite to a 9-point road dog. In fact, it's only the second time since early December that Mississippi State has not been favored in the game, and they went 0-2 straight up in ATS in those two games, including a couple games back when they lost by 8 at Florida as a 4-point dog. Kentucky, I think even if they're a little shorthanded, they're still a better team at both ends of the court. They're also taking a step down in class because they just played at Auburn on Saturday. So you've got one team taking a step up, one team taking a step down. So I like the setup here for Kentucky for that reason. I like them at home. And at home, as a favorite in recent games, they beat Tennessee by 28 the other game, and then they beat Georgia by 15 as a big favorite. They've been taking care of business against weaker teams at home as a favorite. I think they'll do so again tonight.
Yeah, we got, they haven't had a whole lot of success, Mississippi State, on the road yet this year. The question is, can they stay within that number? We'll find out. I believe Kansas is on deck for them on Saturday, so we'll see if they look past Mississippi State here tonight, and UK should be a great matchup. And there's a lot more of those big-time conference matchups here tonight, guys, so a few places to choose from. And Drew, we'll start with you, man. Kick us off and tell us which one of these games tonight might you be leaning towards?
I'm going to the one we just broke down. I like Mississippi State. I think Steve brings up some good points. They haven't exactly been great on the road, but they haven't played that many games on the road. I guess two tough places, the Pavilion there in Oxford and your in-state rival, and on the road at Gainesville. So that might set them up well for tonight in Rump Arena. Hey, if it doesn't work out, that's probably the reason why. Not enough experience on the road. But overall, this is a well-coached team. A team I think is underrated in the betting markets, not getting enough respect here, Joe. And then going back to the point of, I think you can make the argument Kentucky's two best players, at least two most valuable players, both ball handlers there, Ty Washington and Wheeler, both questionable, likely not to be 100%. Heck, both might not play. So I think that points me towards Mississippi State. And in fact, it does point me to Mississippi State, Joe. Give me the points with the dog. I think the dog, that's the Bulldogs, are barking loud tonight. They stay within the number.
Woo, man, going to Rupp Arena and causing havoc. I love it. All right, nothing to do with it being an Auburn fan, Merrill. So go ahead and tell me here, what do you think we got here, Merrill? Is William and Mary on the card? Nope. What are you going with?
They are on the card, Joe. Were you not watching the opener? I gave a full explanation of the game they were playing. My goodness, and I didn't make fun of your Carolina
you
blue
weren't
background.
picking them tonight.
I know. And actually, I would look at the over in that game. Charleston plays really fast, so maybe a little bonus lean there for the over in the Charleston William and Mary game, just to make Joe Raineri happy. He has to bet on every William and Mary game, or he does not feel complete as a human being. I'll be back on Thursday's show here with you, Joe, to talk about their next game. So must-see TV this Thursday as well. And don't forget, my NFL Fade the Public video will be up this weekend for the conference finals in the NFL. I'll be on Wager Talk today, tomorrow at noon Eastern with Teddy and the Prez, keeping them in line. College basketball, number one ranked the past 2 years combined at WagerTalk.com. Steve Merrill, check it out. Let's look at Illinois for the free play for the show. I missed my best bet card for my clients tonight just because of the game time decision for their big man. Tony Finn says Cockburn. I'll say it correctly this time, Coburn, but he's still a double-double threat. I think he plays tonight, though, and I'm willing to lay the 4.5 for Illinois to snap that 2-game losing streak. And it's not a great spot for Michigan State. I think there's a little bit of a regression after upsetting Wisconsin in their last game. And they've got Michigan on deck this Saturday. A big look ahead there as well. Good spot for Illinois. Let's hope the big man plays. Illinois minus 4.5.
All right, Illinois minus 4. And nobody knows more about Cockburn than Tony Finn. So talk to us here, Dave Kogan. Which one of these games you might be looking at tonight?
Yeah, last night after I got done watching my NHL stuff, I switched over and watched the Texas Tech-Kansas game.
Ooh.
And, I mean, that was sensational. Double overtime win for Kansas. I think the Arizona UCLA game could be tonight's best matchup on the board. A game that you want to watch start to finish, could be really exciting. I think it's going to be close. Didn't quite make my card, but I have a lean to UCLA plus the points in the game. If you do want to get my only college basketball play as of now, it's not a best bet. I just didn't come up with anything that I could go that strong on tonight. But I do like this play, and it's a 3% selection. And it's free. Just go to my homepage at WagerTalkWT.buzz/DC and check out the Super Bowl offer that's available as well. UCLA plus the points for the best bet here.
All right, good stuff there, guys. And, of course, our friends over at the Gold Sheet. They got another play for us here today. Great write-up here on Northern Illinois and Ohio, in which they like the over in this one. And you guys, we'd encourage you to head over to our Twitter page at Wager Talk. We post these Gold Sheet plays of the days there, and it's a great write-up, great information, and would encourage you to head over to goldsheet.com. Check out all the other games and the write-ups that they have posted here for tonight. Great stuff over at the goldsheet.com. Tonight, I'm going to go to the A10 here, and I'm going to take the home dog as of recently, apparently. Give me Rhode Island, who has been phenomenal at home here this year. I think it was 8-1. They got caught in a bit of a trap game there on Saturday against GW, but I think they rebound here and not given enough credit. Give me Rhode Island at home over Richmond getting a point. And to recap one more time here, guys, what we got tonight, Drew Martin. Man, give me some Mississippi State +9 against Kentucky tonight, while Merrill looking at Illinois, lay the 4.5 against Michigan State. He's also leaning over, as is the rest of the world, given the line movement in William and Mary there in that matchup, and against College of Charleston. Dave, UCLA +3, guys. Head over to Dave's page over at WagerTalk.com. You can check that out. I'm on Rhode Island, and our friends at the Gold Sheet, NIU, Ohio, over 135 and a half. And a quick reminder, guys, that now is the opportunity to take advantage of this great deal, Super Bowl to Super Bowl, an opportunity for you to hop on board. Any one of your favorite handicappers there, guys. It could be Drew, it could be Steve, it could be Dave, it could be all three of them. $800 off 1 year. And by the way, the Super Bowl's not for another 3 weeks, so that'll tack on. It's available right now. Get $800 off, and you get every one of their plays for a full year, plus 3 weeks. Now's the time to take advantage, guys. Head over to WagerTalk.com. Also, best bets for these guys up and available as well. Take advantage. And on behalf of Drew, Steve, and Dave, guys, we appreciate the time. Hit that bell in the upper right-hand corner, and then come back and join us tomorrow. We got more college hoops to talk about. Until then, best of luck with your plays tonight, guys. We'll see you then.
Tuesdays is known as $2 Tuesdays at WagerTalk.com and SportsMemo.com, where you can get the hottest handicappers, best bet, or daily package for only $2.